Hi guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Seems like I do a lot of episodes in a row. Try to catch up to my 300 episode goal. So anyway, since this week we're talking about vibration, there are various vibrations out there, but I thought I might well just introduce the most common one. So today I want to talk about the energy vibration between people, like the most common thing that people would see or psychic would see. I don't know. But anyway, even if you don't see, I hope, through my explanation, you will actually understand how it works. And then you somehow able to apply it into your life or something, right? So anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today's topic is about energy vibration between people. Yesterday, somebody asked me about, is the vibration I'm talking about aura? What I try to say is no. Aura is just a color of the energy. And then the color of the energy can different. So through this vibration, it could be different color. It depends on who you are and how your status is. So your aura usually through looking at aura, I can roughly know how your status is, like what you're going through and all that. But by looking into vibration, it kind of validates it's two different things. So anyway, just a quick clarification. If any of you want to know what aura is, refer to my previous episode. But in this particular episode, I want to talk about energy vibration. Energy vibration is actually a vibration that constantly surrounding us that you may or may not be aware of. The people who is very sensitive, they may be able to sense it, which is called parameter. They roughly know how they can stretch out their parameter and bring it in, right? I would say most of the psychic will have the sense of that. But if you don't know, yesterday I already roughly talked about that. Normally, your energy look like this. It circle around you. If you are the person who constantly, if you're the person who is truthful to yourself and continuously, bring awareness to your life, most likely you have a very protective and surrounded aura, like energy vibration like this, like keep you in sync with yourself, like with your body, soul, body, mind, right? But most of the time, people are not. They are not really, because most of the time people are like, this. They are like this, like a little bit mess up, but they still kind of try to have a shell sometimes. But the reason of that is because we're very easily distracted by our work, like the busy world that we're living in. Sometimes money, sometimes job, sometimes kids, sometimes issue. So it's very often our energy might be like this. It's not really a full circle. What you try to do is you try to bring it to a full circle that will bring you a clear tunnel in between, right? But it will also give you a protection. How do you do that? As I said, there's so many ways you can do that. You can either meditate, or you can continuously remember to give yourself a break from all the logical world that you're living in, or continuously give yourself some alone time, or, go for a walk or something. You got so many ways to do this. So, if you want to know detail, refer to the previous episode. In this particular episode, we want to talk about the energy that happen in between people. That's two people, right? That's two people. Have you realized sometimes we go to the place that was full of people that we don't know, but then somehow we instantly we like and dislike. We like them and we don't like them. And you wonder why, right? Now we're talking about they have a lot to do with your aura color. Aura, you might fight against the other, but it is a lot to do with your energy, your vibration as well. That's assuming two of you. Let's say one person have a very complete vibration around them. Let's say they know who they are and things like that. And then when they encounter someone who is not, like, they're always living a logical world, they always get stuck. When two of them come together, will it be dislike each other? Most likely, because it's complete two different energy. So they may feel wrong and they don't know what's wrong about it. Does that make sense? So this is a common things that you might see. When you walk into the environment, you might deal with various type of people. And then the one that give you very strong sense of dislike is very often very different from you, right? Aside from that, the other situation will happen too. Is when two people, they both have a very strong vibration of energy, and somehow their color, they're so strong, right? And then their color doesn't match, they fight against each other or something like that. When you put those two people in one room, they will hate each other. Most likely they will hate each other because, they continue fighting against each other's aura, right? It's almost, if they have that alpha sense or something like that, they will almost subconsciously fight against one another, try to dominate. Like their energy will somehow try to dominate one another. So that's also why you might see where it got conflict sometimes. But now let's talk about, but that case doesn't happen all the time. That based on how strong your alpha sense is. So what normal situation happen is when you have an aura, that when you have a vibration like this, and then you have a vibration like this, right? Usually, those people you seem to have mutual sense and then you seem to be able to be friend with them is because your vibration blend very well with their vibration and create this spark, so what you call friendship, right? This is when, oh, I'm actually kind of curious about you. I actually would like to know you. This is where you start creating that, because you guys' energy, vibration do not fight against one another. Therefore, you have sprouted interest, want to get to know them, right? So this is how normal people are. I'm talking about normal if you're a colleague or you're a boss or, in any social environment. This is how the energy actually interact with one another. Now, a very particular energy that you will always see in front of couple. Start with friendship. You know how couple is, right? Start with friendship. It then start create that, it kind of blend really well. It kind of blend really well in this. Sorry. Excuse my drawing. Every time I want to try to draw nicely, somehow it doesn't come out the way I want it to be, right? So this is how two people meet. Let's say boy, girl, girl, I don't know, whatever, two people meet. And then their vibration, their color kind of mix well together. It creates so-called friendship, or what I'm interested of you, right? As they start blending in, get to know each other more, the circles start to expand, right? And then they start to say, oh, maybe I like you, maybe I don't like you. When you start creating I love you, that emotion, right? It's when two people are in love, they have that love emotion, they start create also called infinity shape. It look like that. They will start creating infinity shape. That is, I'm willing to contribute my energy to you, and meanwhile, I receive the energy from you, right? This is very common vibration that I will see in couples, especially if they love each other. This is very common. So how I know a couple, I don't care how they fake it or not. Sometimes, some people would try to fake it so they look good outside. But how I know you guys don't like each other is because your vibration tell me so. So, it sucks, right? If you're living in the world thinking, we can kind of hide. Really, what I'm saying is in spiritual dimension, there's nothing you can hide. If there's nothing you can hide in spiritual dimension, especially being a psychic, you might well just be who you are. You know what I mean? Because it's just no way to hide. You might be able to fool people, but you cannot fool the universe. So now we're talking about the universe you're living in, right? This is common situation when two people love each other and then they have open channel, willing to contribute and receive, right? Common vibration between couple. That's why you will see sometimes couple that really love each other, they seem to have a taste or the sense like one another. Why? Because they continuously receiving receiving one another, giving and receiving. So that's why eventually their sensation or their feeling or their taste of things seems to mix a little bit together. Does that mean they would become each other? No, because, as I say, majority, your energy still circle this way, right? You're not like with that person 24/7. So your energy is still this way. It's only when you interact with one another, you will have that. But sadly, in nowadays, this kind of energy we don't see all the time. We don't. We're living in our story that we start a couple like this. Eventually, we grow our like and dislike, and we have no interest in our communication. So what you're doing is, since you are not interested in communicating to one another, what you actually doing is you then cut the connection here. You cut the connection in between. Therefore, you are not able to give love or receive love, right? So very often nowadays, because we're living our story, especially if you have story going on here and you have story going on, or if throughout the time you all grow very separate way, this is a common energy. That's how a lot of married couples say, I just don't know them anymore. They don't know me anymore. Why? Because you don't bother to communicate one another. So very often I see energy like this. You are living in your circle and he may be living in his circle. How? I know sometimes the people are having affair. Based on that logic, you guys should probably guess, right? Let's say this one's affair. Is when a couple have a fighting against energy ball, and meanwhile this guy or girl, whoever, is creating another infinity shape. Is creating another infinity shape elsewhere. You know what I mean? That means his mind, as we talk about vibration this couple of days, so you guys would roughly know, when their thought is someone else, they will sense it. When their mind, they're thinking about someone else, they spawn the tunnel that we talk about different vibration, right? It would be there. So therefore, their vibration between those people become like this. How does wife always know? Now this will answer your question. All those guys thinking, I hide everything so well. How does my wife always know? Like woman, very simple, because woman was raised majority on their sense. No one ever teach them what, but they were raised based on their sense. So very often when you're sleeping on the same bed, or if you don't sleep on the same bed, as long as their mind still have a little bit open to you, they're able to receive any vibration that's within this parameter. And that's how women know. Sometimes guys know too, really. I'm not even joking. If some guy got into this parameter and then my mind start thinking about it, it's a alpha thing. It's a, the territorial thing. If your wife happen to think about someone else and then your mind still open for them, you will feel that too. So it's not just women always know. It's just because at the end, it's very scientific way. It's all about energy. How your energy leak out a secret that you don't want to tell. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, being a psychic, when I see things, yes, you can tell me you're happy, but your energy doesn't say so, right? It's there. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, since we're talking about vibration right now, I thought I'd bring it up and then show people like very basic vibration that we're living in right now. That's creating what our like and dislike. So as you will see from what I show you, you would roughly know why you like someone, even though you don't ever meet them, why you dislike them, you know what I mean? Like why you like them, why you dislike them, and what make you like them, right? And then understand the vibration between couple, what you really want to do between couple or into, the love relationship. Not only you want to give, you want to learn to receive as well. This is easy to say, but I really have to say it's not an easy task, right? It's only easy to say, but it's really hard to do. what it does is, since to understand you are two different vibrations, sometimes people will try to force them to like another. Really, my point of view, unless I have to marry you, live with you, I don't really have to create that infinity shape with you. The only one I care so much to create that infinity shape is about, unless you're my spouse or unless you're my kids. Unless, anybody else, a lot of time people will try to force their mother had to love their wife, or, my parent had to love my husband. Really, no need, because you understand, under a household, right? What's important is between you two. Understand relationship, you need to communicate. You need to communicate in order to create infinity A. Somewhere along the life, I get it, things got, so busy and you got so wind up on things like that, then you stop communicating to one another. Then what is going to happen, you then start isolate yourself in your energy. You isolate yourself in the energy. At this point, even when you guys don't talk to each other, sometimes if it's not too bad, I still suggest you guys to sleep together, sleep on the same bed. The reason of that, that's what I would try to do, unless my husband's energy really pissed me off. Otherwise, I would still sleep on the same bed with him, right? That's because even when you're sleeping, your energy will subconsciously still try to communicate with one another, still try to create this infinity A, because you are still family together, right? So anyway, just thought I'd let you guys know how you guys know, it's not special power. It's not psychic power. It's simply just the way we are. Remember one thing I say over and over again. In spiritual dimension, there's nothing you can hide. Nothing you can hide. A lot of people think, if I don't say it, if I don't say it, nobody would know. That is not true. You recording it, universe is watching, karma will find its way. So if that's the case, you may well just live as truthful as you can. So this is also the energy why sometimes I can tell my kids is lying to me. If you're psychic, but most of mom are psychic, because most of mom are living by their sense, right? So when their kids lie, they just know. Kids, really, I hate to break this to you, but it's kind of building system. So, if I were you, I might well just try to say not to, just not lying. Especially if your mom is a psychic like me, right? Because what happened is, when I'm asking you a question, and then you are lying to me, all of a sudden, your energy will start getting really messed up. Your energy will getting really messed up. And it's bound to the truth, how your head start, generate the energy, and then you start responding to the truth, right? That's when I know. So when I'm asking a kid question, did you steal? Right? Very simple. Did you steal? He said no. He tried to, he tried to pretend this. But then meanwhile, recalling the memory, that's something humans do that we cannot control. Is tell you don't pee and then you want to pee. Don't drink water, all of a sudden you're thirsty. I say, did you do this? You couldn't help, but you think about the event that you did, right? How I know? Because your spirit told me so. So anyway, just a little, for me, it's very pure science. It's very pure science. It's not nothing mystic about it. It's nothing spiritual about it. No. If you see what I see, you would, even if you don't see what I see, you would realize it's pure science. It's pure scientific result, right? So anyway, just since this week we're talking about various vibration, energy vibration. Again, it's very different from aura. It's just a vibration. How everything is vibration, right? How your energy vibrate around you, interact with people. So I thought I might well just conclude this. Sure enough, there are various. Should I wrap this up? No. Let me wrap this up. Otherwise, I'm gonna talk forever. So anyway, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website ruowen.com. Till then, I talk to you guys next time. Bye.